Today I'm gonna teach you some hacks that are gonna make you say, wait, why didn't I know about that sooner? And if you think this angle that you're watching me at is really neat, this is one of the hacks. All right, I wanna tell you about a product called Less Oil because this stuff has changed my life. It gets grease stains out of clothing. I've tried all of the methods. I have put in pretty much literal blood, sweat, and tears at this point, and pretty much always come up empty-handed. I always end up with grease stains still in my clothes, and it's because grease stains are so hard to get out of your clothes. They're hydrophobic, meaning they don't break down in water. They tend to get set in with heat, so if you accidentally run them through the wash and they go through the dryer, now they're gonna be even harder to get out, and normal detergents can't break down grease stains. And then I discovered this product. It's called Less Oil. I didn't go into this with a lot of high hopes. The first thing I tried it on was the sweatshirt from my son, and I actually filmed it because I was like, let me try this out for an Instagram reel and see if it really works. And then I treated the grease stain. I let it sit for about 5 minutes. Then I washed it according to the directions, and it came out of the wash with all of the grease stains gone. My mind was literally blown. So then I tried it on some other grease stains that have been lingering around our house. To be fair, I have 4 children. There's grease stains all the time. So after the first time I washed this, there was still a little bit of grease stain. All I did was just treat it again. And then the second time it came out, you can see all the grease stains totally gone. Here's the green one, same thing. It came out, I would say it got like 85% of the grease stains the first time. So I just treated the stubborn ones up here again, and now you can see it gone. All right, if you have a ton of hand sanitizer lying around, you can do so much other things with hand sanitizer. All hand sanitizers have an active ingredient of alcohol. It's either going to be an isopropyl alcohol or an ethyl alcohol. The high alcohol content is obviously good at killing germs. That's why we use it on our hands, but it's also good at breaking down substances. I like to use it to wipe down my phone. Not only do our phones get disgusting with germs, but it just helps to break down the gunk that gets on my phone. Amazing for your sunglasses. If your sunglasses have all sorts of junk on them, hand sanitizer is one of the best ways and easiest ways to just spruce them up. I also like to use them on my hair tools. Flat irons or curling ones, they tend to get a buildup of junk if you're putting product in your hair and then you're using the heat on them. Hand sanitizer literally just buffs this away. All right, next hack is for knots. If you have a knot that you tied that's a little too tight, or you're like me, I have children that double knot everything and they always pull it way too tight, and then you're you can't get the knot out, sprinkle a little bit of cornstarch on the knot. The cornstarch is going to create friction so that you can easily undo that knot.
If you have any grout that's gotten sort of yucky and yellow, there's these things called grout pens, and you literally can just paint them white again. And that's really all I have to say about this life hack. I love how easy this, look at, it's white now. That was so easy.
Socks, there's always gonna be one you can't find. And if you're buying socks with different patterns, then when you lose the other one, then the one that remains, it's pointless now. It can't do anything.
Useless.
Especially with toddlers. I was this is maddening trying to find matching socks. So I started buying only white toddler socks, only white ones, because then when you lose one, it doesn't matter, you always have another one. And this was so great that I ended up doing it for myself. Next, I'm gonna show you how to create a QR code for your Wi-Fi. If you're constantly having to give people your password and it's something confusing and you're always trying to read it off the back of the router box, you can actually just create a QR code and then you can print it out in a cute little frame and you can hang it up, and then people, when they come into your home, they can scan the QR code and get onto your Wi-Fi. It's brilliant. Okay, a couple of phone hacks. The first one is going to save you a ton of time when it comes to filling out information. Okay, so what you're gonna do is under settings, you are going to go to your keyboard and then you're going to click on text replacements. The little plus button is going to allow you to make a new one. Your phrase is what you want your text shortcut to create. So I'm gonna type out my email, and then the shortcut is whatever you type in order to get that phrase. So in this instance, I'm gonna put 2 @signs. Never would I usually type 2 @signs, so it's not gonna mistakenly text replacement to my email. And then I'm gonna save this. I can also do it for things like phone numbers and other sayings that I use a lot. Now, whenever I'm in a situation where I need to type out my phone number or my email, I can just use these text shortcuts to save myself tons of time. Another little hack that I wanna teach you about, if you don't know, on your iPhone is you can choose to send your text later. This blew my mind because I am an early riser. I get up sometimes as early as 4:30 to get work done. I don't want to text people at 4:30 in the morning. So you can actually write out your text, and then as long as you're sending to another iPhone user, you're just gonna press the little plus button to the left of your message box, and then you can choose to send this at a later time. Okay, so early in the video, you saw me shot from the ceiling. And maybe you don't have a need to shoot yourself from the ceiling, but the way that I shot this is actually a very cool hack to help you get even better photos from your phone. Let me show you how. We all know that the rear-facing cameras on our phones are better than the forward-facing ones. Obviously, the forward-facing ones have gotten a little better, but the rear facing ones are still better. This trick works so great. You're just gonna turn on screen mirroring, and then you're gonna mirror either to your laptop, or if you have an Apple TV, we don't have Apple TVs, but so that you can see what's happening on your phone from another device so that you can get the shot perfect. You know, like a group photo or whatever, you can't always see it perfectly. This works great. And another hack that you can use if you are somebody who's constantly running back and forth to the self timers, this is going to save you there. You're gonna go into your settings and you're gonna scroll down until you see accessibility, and then you want to choose voice control. Important note here, make sure that your voice control is toggled to on. You may not have it set up yet, so you gotta toggle it on. Then you're going to go to commands, custom, create new command, and then you can type in any phrase here that you want to be able to say. I typed in cheese, you could do smile, you could do bologna. I don't care what you do. Under application, set this to camera, and under action, you're going to set run custom gesture. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tap on your phone where the shutter button usually is on your phone. I suggest you do a couple taps in the general vicinity so that you definitely get it correct. Worst case scenario, it's gonna take a couple photos for you. Then make sure you hit back and save. Now, when you go into your camera, let me run a screen share here so that you can see, and you hold up your phone and you say your gesture, cheese. It's going to run the gesture of hitting the capture button, and now you have taken photos. What? This just changed my life. I've been running around back and forth with the freaking self-timer thing my whole life. On the topic of cornstarch can actually help with some cleaning as well. And I feel like lots of times a lot of us think of going for baking soda, and baking soda can really be really good for like set-in odors or like deep cleaning of things, but cornstarch can be really great because it tends to absorb moisture much better than baking soda does. So if you have like a grease stain that has fallen, or even just like a high moisture stain, you might want to reach for cornstarch instead of baking soda because it is going to absorb that moisture faster. This hack seems so obvious to me, but considering how many times I see this spot empty, I know that not enough people are utilizing it, and that is when you are parking somewhere where you are going to use a shopping cart. You want to park next to the shopping cart reserve. No, it's not called a shopping cart reserve.
We're not a bank, Jerry.
The shopping cart return. Logically, our brain tells us to park as close to the store as we can, but if you're gonna have to return your cart, you're gonna have to walk twice the distance walking back to return your cart. If you park right where the cart return is, your cart's already basically returned because you're right there. If you can't find a spot right next to the parking return, I park with it right behind me. Next is a product, and it's just one of those things that's made my life easier. If you have a very small bathroom vanity that you use for getting ready or just like whatever, and you constantly have stuff falling in the sink, this little over-the-counter caddy, I keep this just literally under my sink, and then I can just fold it out and it covers up the sink, so I get way more workable space at this bathroom sink, but it also still allows me to like turn on the sink if I need to wash my hands or get my beauty blender. I was gonna say dry. I'm not trying to get it dry. I'm trying to get it wet underneath the faucet.
Quick break for some baby spam. Check out those cheeks. I know, I cooked them up. No, really, I just wanted to let you know I have one more iPhone hack for you.
If you're like me, I basically gave up on organizing my home screen because it was just too hard to like drag all the apps around. And then I learned this trick. If you want to move apps, you're probably, if you're like me, you like hold down on them, and then you're dragging like each one at a time from like one screen to the next screen, right? And you're like, okay, I'll drag this one over here. There's an easier way. So instead you can grab just one and grab it, and then you can add a bunch to it. So say I want to move all of these ones over, I'm just tapping them. Then I can just slide them all over and then they all move. I have found a better way to fold your fitted sheets. So the way that this one works is you're just gonna lay your fitted sheet out on the floor or a bed. Then you're basically gonna take two corners of the short scrunchy end and tuck them inside the opposite two corners of the other scrunchy end. You will now have one straight end at the bottom, and then you can just fold in each of the other ends that aren't perfectly straight to create straight folds. Fold up from the bottom, and you can even tri-fold this and tuck the excess into the little loop that you've created, and you've created a perfect little fitted sheet burrito, if you will, that will just store perfectly anywhere.
Okay, now I have a hack for cleaning around the bottom of your toilet, which why does it get so gross? Especially when you have children that are learning to use the bathroom, it's just gross. Shaving cream. I saw this hack from, is it Angela Jean Cleaning? I will link her down below. But I was watching a video one time and she talked about using shaving cream at the base of your toilet. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it actually works really good. You spray it on, let it sit for like I don't know, 45 minutes if you want, 10 minutes, an hour. There's no rules here. And then you just wipe it all away. And not only does it get the base really clean, but it makes your bathroom smell really, really nice. And so while I was at it, I was like, you know what? Shaving cream in the toilet, which also works really, really well too. And I'm not just like making this up. Shaving cream actually has emulsifiers and cleaning agents that are very similar to ones that are found in household cleaners. So this is like legitimate, but I sprayed it all inside of my toilet and then just used it to like scrub away. And let me tell you, my toilet was really shiny. And again, everything smelled really, really nice. I gotta share with you one of my favorite folding hacks that I've shared a lot, and that has to do with like bath towels and beach towels. Folding them like this is not the way to go because they're gonna fall apart, they're gonna get messy, you're gonna reach for one and the one underneath is gonna fall. You want a spa fold your towels, especially beach towels, because it makes it so easy to throw them into like tote bags, into your kids' swim bags or whatever. So let me teach you how to spa fold. It looks nice, doesn't it? It's fancy. It's really easy. So start by just throwing your entire, you can place it. You don't have to throw it. Put it on the ground and you're going to fold one corner over and then fold down from the top. And then you're going to flip the whole thing over. And then you essentially just roll up from the not diagonal end. You want to roll it as tight as possible, but you don't have to be like super crazy about it. And once you get to the very end, you essentially are just going to take the little flap of that diagonal end and tuck it in. Now you have a perfect little bundled towel that is going to store easier and it's going to travel easier inside of bags. If you've ever struggled to get stickers off of something like the price tag stickers, why do they make these with like glue that just doesn't come off? I'm not really sure. There's a lot of ways to do it, but I have found the best way is heat. Blow it with your blow dryer on a high heat for, I don't know, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. It doesn't really matter until you feel like it starts to pull back. You'll know. And then it comes right off. If there's any sticky residue, you can now use nail polish, but really it's going to get off like 95% of it.
All right, my friends, that does it. Some amazing life hacks that I hope will make your life a little bit easier. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others, and I will see you all in my next video.